So welcome back to part two of episode 11 of Charlie's Reviews. So let's get on with the reviews. So first up is this issue, Superman Doom number two, the conclusion of the big Superman crossover that wasn't all that great. Uh, I have no idea what it was about. I mean, okay, Doomsday was involved, uh, and Brainiac was involved, but somehow I think this whole issue was, you know, this was. I don't think this was the conclusion that they were going for. I think it was all, sort of had, or at least it feels like it had, editorial intervention, uh, from the higher ups, so that we could, get this issue and sort of start teasing the upcoming event that they're planning for next year. But it was done in a way that I don't think that's where they were going with this. This Brainiac that were introduced in this issue has nothing to do with what we've been told about Brainiac since, Grant Morrison's Action Comics run. There was a last year there was a Villains Month issue dedicated to Brainiac. We saw how he tied into the earlier version we saw in Action Comics. This guy has nothing to do with that. It felt like this is Brainiac, and they know it's Brainiac, but it's like they are meeting for the first time. Suddenly, he's not collecting cities but brainwaves, so he could remake the universe. Uh, I actually expected Brainiac to actually transfer the Columbine brain waves that he saved when he before Colu was destroyed, as we were told in the Villains Month issue. That none of that happened. Suddenly we get a completely different Brainiac to fit into some event. I mean, I expect the whole Brainiac stuff. I expected it to end a certain way, and this sort of came out of nowhere. Uh, you know, this issue's got a ton of artists that seem to be justified by the fact that there there's a whole psychic battle between Superman and Brainiac going on they're able to before Superman or Super Doom is able to defeat him, uh, by sending him into a black hole, and we get that weird final page that has all that. I mean, it's about that whole big event that they have going. Um, it also sort of ties into, like, I don't know, some big event. We saw a lot of images from a lot of continuities. There's at least some Flashpoint stuff and some, I don't know, pre New 52 stuff. Some pre-crisis stuff. So out of left field, really. You know, this whole uh crossover has been, to me, just a bunch of throwing ideas on plots that don't really make sense. I don't think this is where the story was going. I have no idea where the actual story was going in the first place. You just didn't feel like there was an end game, or if there was, it was changed, and it just made it be. It just made it make the whole crossover make less sense. So I'm just glad this is over, and we can move on to some other stuff. Next up, Superman Futures End #1. An essential issue for anyone reading the weekly. As a one shot, I actually enjoy the story. Actually, it deals with why Billy Baston took over as the masked Superman, the cover after Superman. So we learn, uh, what drove him to do it, and so I really enjoyed it. I mean, the art was by Lee Weeks, and just I mean, this is just some really. I mean, Lewis Lane looks great. It's been a while since I've seen any of Lee Weeks' art, and I really like his sort of scratchier style. So I love this. On an art level, it was written by Dan Jorgens, so it does tie into that. I enjoyed the issue quite a bit. I didn't feel lost at all because I'm not reading the weekly, but I mean it's all out there on the internet. Plus, there is an effort from Dan Jorgens um, to get everyone caught up in what's been going on. So it was a good issue. Finally, we got Flash uh, Futures End #1, which has nothing to do with with Futures End and everything with the Flash story line that been going on for a while, which involves it was sort of a subplot going on in the Flash series. Well, in the present, Barry ended up dealing with the corrupt detective who decided to use confiscated weapons. And as a subplot, we had this whole thing with the Flash from 15 years, I believe, in the future, going back through time. So this is just a continuation of that plot, which sort of brings us to obviously the 5 years in the future. Nothing to do with Future's End, but 5 years in the future, where the future Flash kills the Reverse Flash while trying to save Wally and Iris from while dying. Iris getting crippled because he knew that the Flash from that time wasn't gonna make it. So the Flash from that period is able to defeat the future Flash by creating a feedback on a Speed Force feedback. Apparently, Barry, the Flash from 5 years, apparently dies you know while the future Flash during the save while saving Wally and Iris apparently gave uh, Wally his speed powers. So the feedback sends the future Flash 5 years back to the present, and Wally now is as probably the new Flash, the Kid Flash, goes looking for him. So that's pretty much what happened in this issue, and of course this will continue in this month's Flash. So that's it for this edition of Charlie's Reviews. This week's books will be I'll probably do the review on Sunday or on Monday because my small shop, I got some of that books from this week, but my small shop actually told me that the books would be coming in today, Friday, or Saturday. So I'm gonna go on Saturday and see if the books are there. So that's it for, like I said, leave your comments, tell me what you think of this new format, like I said in part one. Um, I hope you're checking out the All-Star um, Superman review videos as well. So that's it, and until next time, keep smiling.